Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. I'm glad you guys are here with me today. If you guys are new to my channel, let me introduce myself just a little tiny bit. My name is Paviel. I'm the leader of the BWTB group. We are believers who truly believe. And recently, I changed my channel name to Preparedness with Paviel because right now the reality is this, and we can't only be a part of the BWTB group, we also have to be prepared with the wisdom and the faith in the Lord, also by walking by the ways of the Lord as much as possible. We're not perfect, none of us are, we never will be, but we can strive as much as possible, that life allows us to, within the circumstances that we live, in society, allow us to uh, walk by the understanding of the Lord only and not by our own. Have always respect and be honest with people all the time. Respect and honesty is key. Remember, I always tell you guys that. And one last thing before we get directly into the video today, always remember there's no such thing as good people or bad people in the world. There's only miserable people and joyful people. And we must, as a whole, make a conscious decision, okay, to be joyful and do what we need to do to satisfy our urges as humans to do better, not really doing better for other satisfactions and vanity and all this other stuff. We have to kind of move more to smoother direction, if that makes a little bit of sense of what I'm saying. If it doesn't, please leave me a comment, let me know. And then I'm looking here at my finger, didn't realize that I cut my finger here while in the kitchen, I guess, and I didn't realize it, and it wasn't bleeding or anything, and I'm just like, it's burning. So anywho's, jumping right into the video. 15 things that you should have stocked up. Things are happening, right? World War III is breaking out. North Korea is mad at us right now. A missile almost hit us the other day. If you didn't know, now you know. Shortages are on a super high rise. If you didn't know, now you know. Okay, as you see, turkey is in short supply, and then it's expensive wherever you can find it. But anywho's, I'm not going to drag on about Thanksgiving things. This is in general what you need to have, whether or not it's Thanksgiving or not. But here's some key little essentials as far as food-wise, pantry-wise, that have longer shelf life and that can actually help your body out. Long story short, help your body out, your family and you, while we're all on this rocky journey around the world. Between war and inflation and shrinkflation, there's a lot going on. Number one, peanut butter. Peanut butter, it's a very good protein, okay, and it will fuel your needs for the day. So let's say you and your family are like, oh my God, we ain't got no food, we don't know what we doing, oh lordy, 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 you better whip out a jar of peanut butter. You got protein in there, you got enough calories in there. It might not be something that might be your preference of choice to sit there and eat out the jar, but honey, when you hungry, you gonna eat anything available, okay? And then peanut butter, what I was gonna say, peanut butter also holds a long shelf life, so very good to have. So please take out your pen and paper and write number one, peanut butter. And don't write all your notes on your phone. What if you don't have a phone one day? What if your phone starts to glitch? What if you can't charge it and turn it on? Which I have a lot of problems with charging my phone, but I try to be patient with it, and we have a little way that we twitch it around in order to make it work, okay, the charging part, to avoid having to buy a phone because things are expensive. Number two, crackers. Crackers can fill you up quick, okay, and they can also store very well. Crackers also hold a lot of fiber and enough fat as well. You can also ground crackers and use it as flour. If you didn't know, I learned something new too the other day too as well. You can also vacuum pack your crackers so they can last a little bit longer. Number 3, nuts and trail mix. These are just healthy snacks that can hold long shelf life. So any type of nuts, whether that be cashews, pistachios, peanuts, whatever type of nuts that you can afford, because a lot of times, even before, the inflation and even before COVID, nuts was always a little bit expensive. You remember if you went into like CVS back in the days, cashews would be like $6 even then. Just depends on where you went. Now, most people will not use CVS as an everyday option. I'm saying, like, if you walking in there getting a prescription or something, you ready to walk out, you trying to get a snack, you look at those cashew prices. Some of them was like $5 and change, even then $6. Psst. But again, good stuff as far as storing well. If you guys are on the run, let's say you got to grab your little bug out bag real quick and everybody got to run out. Those things can store well and actually fill you up and keep you and your family with the necessary nutrition and fats and oils and carbohydrates, whatever the case may be, that you need, that you don't have to cook, you don't have to microwave, you don't have to boil. Number 4, cereals. Cereals are actually the most requested food around the world in general. Get it? It's filling and it's shelf sustainable. So definitely cereal. Everybody, we like our cereals, but I usually tell folks to opt to more to like healthier cereals if you can. Try to do, Raisin Bran is pretty sweet. But anyways, you could do Raisin Bran, just giving little examples. You don't have to get this exactly, but Raisin Brans, get your Wheaties, Corn Flakes. It doesn't have to be, Frosty Flakes. It could be regular corn flakes, Cheerios, cereals that can actually help your heart, and help you and not just be sugary cereal because they taste good. Because I know how that is too. I like getting cereal that tastes good. Versus getting cereal that's good for me. So I'm just passing information that I often remind myself to follow as well on a daily basis, because we're not perfect. So we get information from here and there and we pass it along as long as it's good information, not ridiculousness, good information. Number 5, dry fruit. Dry fruit is a good thing too, also to have. Dry mangoes, apricots, yummy, really, really good stuff. However, even in Aldi's during COVID and stuff, even before that, dry fruit can be quite expensive. So if you all see some dry fruit that is cheap, it doesn't matter if it's some prunes, whatever. I don't know if prunes will fall on a dry fruit list. I think so, right? So prunes, dates, apricots, dried mango, good stuff, man. Good stuff. So get those things, good to have on hand. Number 6, canned chicken and tuna. These nutrients can last up to 2 years. Protein, folks, protein. These are good proteins to have. Now I finally stop holding my finger. So, protein, folks, so very good stuff. Canned chicken. I actually got a few canned chickens for free from a good friend of the family. And we got some canned chicken. We didn't have any tuna or anything. But as far as the list is concerned, so far I have crackers. I have a lot of peanut butter. Don't have a lot of nuts at all. Might have like one container. Need to stock up on those. Cereal, I have a little bit of those. I need to stock up on more. Dry fruit, I don't have any dry fruit. I need to get some more. But canned chicken, we have some already right now we usually don't use canned chicken as much and we can go without the meat, but I'm going to try to hold on to it because just in case for the animals, if we run out of food for them, just in case, or maybe I want to make a chicken pot pie one day, I could use a can for that. These can usually last up to about 2 years or so as far as canned shelf life, if you didn't know. Number 7, canned vegetables. Canned vegetables, because of all the shortages and the problems that the farmers are having with fertilizer, Vegetables are not going to be so readily available next year. So make sure you stock up on all the canned vegetables that you can get. Get those green beans, whatever vegetables your family likes, whether or not it be spinach, whatever the case may be, get it. A lot of places right now have canned vegetables, especially like Kroger and stuff, have canned vegetables on sale. Take advantage of the sale. They're like 79 cents a can. They have corn as well on sale, white corn, yellow corn, just different things on sale. Grab it now while you can if you're able. And if you broke, it doesn't matter. Just, if you got $1 or $2, use that $1 or $2 for something that you're going to be able to be pantry safe or runaway safe. Like, you could throw it in a bag and let's go. Let's hit the road. If you got some flour and you got a little water, you can make bread over some fire somewhere in the back of somebody's woods. Just in case, just saying. Number 8, with all of the things going on in inflation and people working double jobs and people working part-times and this and that, it's going to be good to have on hand some canned soups and chilies and things of that stuff. Things that you could come home and warm up to real quick or just throw inside of your microwave. I know, believe it or not, this sounds really ridiculous what I'm going to say to a certain extent. Some people might not even be thinking about this, and maybe it might not even sound ridiculous, but I personally don't like to warm up certain things in the microwave because I'm like, oh my God, it's going to make a splashy mess. So I try to remember to combat that by, I'm just adding this in, by taking some paper towel, okay, a little bit of paper towel if you have, okay, and dampen it a little bit, open it up and putting it over whatever soup that you're warming up real quick. You might come home from work and you want to throw the soup inside of a bowl. You don't want a splashy mess. Throw some paper towel over it. I don't know why I added that in there, but I added it. So now you know, canned soups and chilies. Oh, Kroger has them also on sale, like $1.79 for some Campbell's soup cans. Pretty decent size cans. Some hearty soup. So it's a good time. Number 9. Stocks and broths. So chicken broths, beef broth, all of that stuff. Sometimes you might not have certain vegetables or certain, let's say chicken bouillon cubes. You might not have certain things to add to water or to make a stock. So to have some chicken stock or beef broth on hand or beef stock, that'll be able to help give some flavor to whatever soup you want to throw together. You might just have a little bit of things you want to throw all in a pot. Throw some beef broth onto it or beef stock, whatever you want to call it. And you can make yourself a nice beef soup very quickly. Doesn't take too long and very inexpensive. Number 10. Dry pastas. If any pastas, if you like pasta is a very versatile food. You can mix it with a little bit of butter and some salt and pepper, even if you didn't have anything else. If you have some sweet peas, you can mix that with some elbow macaroni and put a little bit of butter if you have, salt and pepper. Okay, there's things that you can do. A lot of things you could do with pasta. Again, what's the main thing, right? A lot of people love spaghetti, right? So your pasta, marinara sauce, still pretty cheap on the market to get some pasta and marinara sauce. But I would suggest you start to stock up. If you're a pasta person, you want to stock up now because, honey, those prices are going to be a hot mess next year. 11. Energy drinks, okay? Now, not any type of energy drinks, but this was suggested by a friend of mine also as well that inspires me on YouTube. And energy drinks, but natural ingredient energy drinks. I personally do not buy energy drinks like that. I mean, every once in a blue, I'll get a Red Bull or whatever, but that's every once in a blue. When I mean every once in a blue, that's one time every 4 or 5 months or something. Like, it's very skimmed out. I can't even remember the last time I really drunk a Red Bull, or a full one. So energy drinks, because you're going to feel like fatigue, maybe some folks, and maybe you need a little quick upper, whatever, energy wise, and you might not be a coffee person, so you could do that. Energy drinks, natural ones, natural ingredients one with no additives, no preservatives or any of those things. Number 12, powdered milk. We have powdered milk as well. Dry pasta, I forgot to say, yeah, we have that. Canned vegetables, we have that. We have some soups, especially a cream of mushroom soup. That's really good to add to potatoes and make like a gravy as a vegetarian dish to throw with some rice. Very, very good. You can put some onions and grill some onions and potatoes and then throw a can of cream of mushroom soup on it. Psst, honey, it's good. Stocks and broths. We don't really have a lot of stocks and broths. I'll stock up on those. So anyways, back to number 12, powdered milk. Very, very important. Milk spoils. Sometimes you won't be able to get any milk and you might need it for something. Maybe you want to bake something or whatever you may need milk for your family. Maybe you have little small children. Maybe you just have, toddlers, whatever. They may need milk. You may need milk. I'm a person that I wake up in the morning and if I have some milk in the refrigerator, because there's some days we've woken up and not have milk. We have to go to the supermarket, get more milk or whatever the case may be. But sometimes my stomach hurts me in the morning and milk helps my stomach to feel better. So I'll run to the refrigerator and drink some milk. If you suffer from things like that, you should be worried about having enough milk. So dry milk is a good thing to get if you can afford it, because prices are high on dry milk right now. Prices are high on everything as we know it. Number 13, pancake mix. Very versatile thing you could do. You can make pancakes, of course, very easily. You can also just make what I would call bread without syrup or anything, and you could just have sweet bread. You can also add different things to that pancake mix without having to think about. So let's say you get a pancake mix where it's just add water. Right? You could take that and you can make it sweet or you can make it salty. You can put some corn. Like make a pancake, but then add some corn right into the middle, flip it over, and a little bit of butter. I'm sure that it tastes really, really good. That's kind of like a corn fritter. There's a multitude of things that you can do with pancake mix that you will love. So definitely get yourself some pancake mix, especially if you love pancakes. Okay, number 14. Cooking oil. I just checked the prices on cooking oil, and the last price that I paid for cooking oil was $4.60. It's almost up to $5, and that is Kroger vegetable oil. Ladies and gentlemen, cooking oil is very, very important. Cooking oil, we use it all the time. Many of us use it for a lot of things we make. Now, I know a lot of folks that say, extra virgin olive oil or canola oil, this. Get whatever you can afford. You don't have to go out and buy extra virgin olive oil because everybody in your neighborhood have extra virgin olive oil. Sometimes you can't afford it. And especially right now, some places you can't even find it. Okay? But it's definitely something you should have on hand. Not just a good thing to have. Something you should definitely have on hand. It could be multi-purpose. Maybe you might need a little bit of oil. I know it might sound crazy to you, but it's not at all. Extra virgin olive oil, you could put it on your skin and rub it into your skin. It serves for a lot of different purposes, just like mayonnaise serves good as a hair conditioner. Number 15, last but not least here, vodka. I've learned a lot of stuff about vodka so far, ladies and gentlemen. It's not only to drink for moral spirits during wartime and everything and all the stress going on. Not only for that, it's good for killing certain infections that you may have on your skin at the moment. Things of that nature. You can clean with it. You may need it for various amount of things. So vodka is a good thing to get, and you want to get it before it starts to get expensive. At least have one bottle on your shelf for an emergency or just for your spirits in your house. Maybe you and your family like to have a drink or two, and so you might want to have your spirits lined up before it becomes in short supply. Ladies and gentlemen, besides the other things like grains, your bottles of water, stock up, people. Don't think that this is a game. This is real. This is real stuff going on. We almost got hit with a missile by North Korea just the other day. Okay? Please be safe. Stay home. People are getting run over. People are getting shot. There's mass shootings happening everywhere. The mass shooting with the LGBTQ community, I always get it wrong all the time, but at Club Q in Colorado Springs, there's a mass shooting that just occurred. This is bad. This is bad. This is horrible. People are killing each other. This must not go on, but it's going on. We don't like the violence. We do not condone violence. We don't condone hate crimes. None of those things. Y'all know I'm not cool with those things. And anybody that's going to be committing hate crimes and all of these things should be punished to the full capacity. I'm not saying death penalty and all of that stuff. I'm saying full capacity, life in prison, door closed. We don't need triple life and 4 counts of life and 25 counts of life. We gonna get that person life in prison. No possibility of parole, maximum security, because unfortunately, even though that person is barely an adult, okay, young boy, whatever, a lot of hate in the heart. And the boy doesn't need us. The boy needs Jesus. And a lot of resources. Because there's a lot going on, and it seems every time you turn around, people want to pick up a gun as a solution. Terrible. Not good. So, with that being said, if you all felt for any reason that this video was beneficial to you, give it a thumbs up if you wish. And if you're not subscribed already, I welcome you to subscribe to the channel, so then that way you know when I load up another video. So maybe my tips that I share may help you and your family to move along you all's journey. Because right now, seems like everybody is kind of for themselves. And when I say that is, if you are not walking by the understanding of the Lord and walking behind the Lord, you are for yourself. Because we have to worry about the afterlife. It's not about just here. So I urge everybody, get with the understanding of the Lord. Why? So you no longer feel by yourself. You no longer feel like you're solo in this world. Why all these shambles are going on. Why these men in these suits are dressed for disaster. They're dressed to cause disaster. Also, as well, I do want to, I do want to welcome you all, if you wish, to go check out my book on Amazon, on Kindle. It's called The Millennial Homefront, Poetry from Deep Within the War. It's my first poetry book in reference to the Ukrainian and Russian war. I would urge you all to check that out. I think you all will love it, actually. You can get a free sample on Kindle of it, so you all can read a little bit. You all have a beautiful and blessed day. Remember, take care of yourself on this Thanksgiving weekend is coming. Be careful. Stay in your home. Don't run the streets. Stay at home. You're safer in your home. Have a beautiful day.